Happy April 2018. This is Dark Dove Tarot. I apologize, your video is probably going to be out. Oh, that came right out. Probably going to be out right around the 1st of the month because I recorded a bunch of videos and they, yeah, on my fob and downloaded them so I'd have more room on my camera. And unfortunately, I don't know what happened, but I lost a majority of them. So I am redoing these, but it's Easter weekend, so I've got a lot of things going on as well. So thank you for your patience. Again, you'll probably get this on the 1st of the month, but better right on time than never, right? All right, so just adding a little more energy to the cards before we get started, and then we're going to move on. This is for Virgo, Sun, Moon, or Rising, and hopefully it resonates with the majority of you, but if it doesn't, check your other signs, as sometimes those may resonate with you or help add a little more clarity to you, to your situation that month. All right, so as you know, my reads are based on love and anybody looking to reconcile. Generally, it's going to be about love for singles, but I do touch base on reconciliation. Any likes, comments, subscribes are greatly appreciated. If you're a returning viewer, I appreciate that as well. If you want a private read, the information's in the description below. I'm going to pull your theme of the month card and we will get started here. So, Virgo, April 2018. Hope you guys are doing amazing. And if you celebrate Easter, I hope you have had an amazing Easter. We'll take this one that just popped out. And you have the Page of Wands. So, if you're single, this definitely says your theme of the month is going to be about some sort of spark, some sort of curiosity, some sort of confidence. The Page of Wands is all about that. It's all about having some sort of confidence in yourself, in somebody else, confidence in, you know, love in general. But I like the Page of Wands actually for you guys, because this means if you've been in a lull, maybe you haven't been dating at all, maybe you haven't felt like it, maybe you're just getting back in the game, maybe you've, you know, kind of given up. This says even if you're not online dating, even if you're not doing meetup groups, even if you're not making any concerted effort to meet somebody, somebody may just come along and spark your interest, because the Page of Wands is definitely somebody coming into our lives that we kind of go, hey, now hold on, you may deserve a second chance, like a second look over, you know, maybe a second chance, because that popped out of my mouth, but it definitely means there's, you know, something here that's catching your attention. If you're looking to reconcile, this means there's some sort of communication coming. Maybe you've contacted them and they're actually responding, or they've contacted you and you feel like responding, or maybe you guys have just decided to communicate in general. So, the Page of Wands, I think, is really nice coming into the month, because this isn't any major love story, you know, hey, something coming out of thin air that's going to sweep you off your feet, because Virgos don't tend to be the, you know, hopeless romantic. I know you can be, I'm not saying that you aren't, but generally, you know, you're very practical on things, and the Page of Wands allows you to do that, but still have some sort of heart energy involved. Now, the next card you have is your current position coming into the month. We got nails, and now they're not going to let me pick up cards. All right, so your current position is the Ten of Cups. This is joy, peace, family. This is kind of like where you see yourself 5-10 years from now. So if you're single, whether family and kids is what you want, or whether you just want to meet somebody pretty cool to date on a committed basis, then it's saying that's really what your mindset is about this month. That you're really coming in, rejoicing in the thought of having these things that you want, having this joy, this peace, whatever it is that you fantasize about or see yourself having with another human being in the long run. That really does seem to be a focus for April. I know, you know, like I always talk about Virgos being very dedicated to work and different things. None of that's going to slip. It's almost like maybe things are just on an even keel right now. And therefore, you know, being able to have this type of energy combined is just glowing this month. Now, if you're looking to reconcile, this is a very positive card for reconciliation as well. It means joy, peace, family, same thing. But for you, if you're looking to reconcile, this says maybe you're seeing the bigger pictures. Maybe you guys have been able to push past any anger, resentment, fighting, and come again to the common ground or common goal that once was. And maybe it's that spark of communication that's going to make it happen. So the Ten of Cups, very positive energy coming in for the month for you, Virgo. Now, Oh, these nails. Sorry, I'm going to have to drag it across the table. All right. If you're looking to reconcile, the star is very beautiful. I'm going to start with you guys because the star, this is anything internal. And you have these two beautiful cards coming into the month. So the sun is anything, or the star, sorry, is anything that you guys are believing or thinking. So if you're looking to reconcile, I really feel like some sort of communication is coming your way. Because this is hope, this is belief, this is inspiration. So this definitely means if you're looking to reconcile that there's an energy here saying this is possible again. Maybe this is something that we could come back around, circle back around and focus on. I definitely feel like these two cards coming in mean a very big turn for Virgo all of a sudden, because not that your reads have been bad this year by any means, but very realistic, very, you know, kind of cut and dry. Either you're wanting to date or you're not, and you don't even want to think about it. And this is saying, look, if you're single, this is very similar for you as well, because this is saying something has made you believe, and it could be somebody came into the picture or some situation has really triggered something, making you think, hey, I could have this again. I really want this again. This is something that I could do. Because again, the star is hope. This is all about having faith and believing in the process. And for you guys, it really is a process. If you look at it that way, for Virgos or for earth signs in general, it definitely is very much a process-driven situation for some of you, because you're very careful about how and who you date and how you go about doing it. So whether you're looking for love or looking to reconcile, coming into this month is extremely positive for you guys. Now, the star is an Aquarius card as well, so that could mean that, you know an Aquarius, you've met an Aquarius. I'm going to kill these cards with these nails. So keep in mind, you could be dealing with an Aquarius. And as you know, I don't read the cards upside down. Oh my gosh. I got my nails done as a treat, and yeah, now it's kind of, wow, did not predict that happening. I had no problem with my other nails, which, you know, were medium length, so bear with me. This could get interesting before it gets better. All right, so again, the star being Aquarius may have something in retrospect for some of you that you're dealing with an Aquarius of some sort. So the Seven of Swords is your distant past card. So this is the past 5-10 years, you know, could be in your childhood, etc. And the Seven of Swords is it's almost like strategizing, manipulation, a lot of deception, solitude, but strategizing, you know, how to keep from allowing certain situations to bring you down, to put you down. However, the 7 is right on the borderline of not being able to do it, because then you have 8, 9, and 10 of Swords, which is anxiety and depression, illness, etc. So the 7 of Swords says at some point in your past, whether you're looking to reconcile or whether you're looking for love, I always read this together because it's about not repeating patterns and also remembering the past that was good and keeping those as the main focus, those aspects as the main focus. So the 7 of Swords is deception. It is a deception that was manipulated, that may have been calculated over a long, long time. So some of you have had your guard up, you're not willing to look for love, or you haven't been wanting to because you'd rather be alone than go through some of the shit you went through before. And honestly, that's the 7 of Swords is saying, look, you know, the reason that some of you have had a lackluster for love or a lack of wanting this hope, this family, this inspiration is because of something really painful you went through. Now, that could be a plethora of things. It could also be that you saw, you know, parents divorce and it was calculated. One parent had an affair, or, you know, money was taken. I mean, there's so many scenarios we could go over here, but this is saying, for me, this month, the way I'm looking at this is don't let that drag you down, because whatever this is, and it could be a person who sparked it, could be a situation, it could be remembering a situation, whatever it is that's going to make you feel a little lighthearted this month or a little more in tune with wanting these types of situations, don't let this past come in and drag that down, because it really feels like some of you have this energy, but you're teetering borderline on like going backwards, going towards the negative end. So whether it was something you experienced as a child, something you experienced personally, this 7 is almost begging you, like, lucky 7, like, don't, like, you know, luck is on your side right now. Don't go to 8, 9, and 10 where it gets worse and it's self-sabotage and it's very negative energy. The next card you have is your recent past over the past 2 weeks, past month or so. It's very interesting. I said lucky 7 and you have another 7. So it may be the 7th of the month, the 7th month. It could be 7 weeks, 7 days, etc. But 7 might be a number for you to watch out for. Now you have the 7 of Pentacles or 7 of Coins. So the past few weeks you've had to make some very interesting choices. And these are big choices. The 7 of Coins is gearing up for something or accepting something in your life. This is a total assessment of where you are and making choices and whether there's a risk or reward. So if you are single, some of you have decided to branch out and start seeing people, or maybe you've had your eye on 1 or 2 people and you've reached out to them because this is you saying, okay, how much do I want this? And how bad did this hurt? So which direction am I going to go? Now, I think you're definitely looking more towards, hey, let's make this happen. Let's make it a positive thing. And spin it on the positive instead of the negative, the what ifs. So I really think you're going to go for it, Virgo. But I think it took a lot of battling inside yourself. And notice this is the only coin or pentacle card you have on the table so far, which represents, you know, obviously earth signs, which you are. So Virgo, I definitely think you've had to assess some situations. Now, if you're looking to reconcile, it's very similar as well, because this is saying, look, you know, if I get back together with them, do I have this type of energy where it's negative and I'm kind of stabbing myself in the throat because I should have known better? Or can we really come out of the mud and crawl through the water into this situation? So Virgo, you've definitely had a lot on your mind, and you've definitely been putting some thought into what the heck it really is that you want or what you're going to go after, you know, this month. And I think the positive weighed out. And again, whether you're looking to reconcile or whether you're single, the page, there's something here. It doesn't have to be a person, but it could be. There's something here that sparked your interest in thinking that these possibilities could happen. The next card you have is your distant future. So over the next few weeks, next month or two, well, actually technically through the next like 2 to 3 months, because this will be throughout April. But you have the Ace of Pentacles. So here you are showing up and you're starting your Earth sign cards over. I love the Ace of Pentacles because the Ace of Pentacles is about new beginnings. It's about, you know, coming into a new you, especially since this is, you know, a coin, an Earth sign card. But the Ace I love because this is presenting itself as potential, prosperity, beginnings, opportunity. So again, here you have this spark, and then it's going to flow into something that could be a potential to bring this situation about. If you're single, that means more dates available. That means somebody talking to you. That means you communicating with somebody and really feeling an energy between you guys. It could be a few people. You could go online dating, and maybe you had a crazy, horrible time before, but all of a sudden it's just working. It feels like a little bit of divine timing here is coming your way for the next couple of weeks. Next couple of months, actually. I'm getting like May, but it could even be July because you have these 7s here. So maybe all of this kicks into fruition, you know, in the 7th month, or it could be 7 weeks, etc. I don't have to keep going on about 7, but there's definitely a strong presence here of 7. Now, again, opportunity. So something arises that puts you into a position of having this. So your mentality coming into the month is, this is what I want. I'm going to ignore this, but I remember it's still there. It's still kind of trying to creep in, but I'm not going to let it. And then this is saying, okay, the new beginnings are happening over the next couple of months. If you're looking to reconcile, I think that there is going to be communication. You are going to feel this type of faith or hope, but you had to make some decisions because you're just not willing to go backwards with this person again. So if it doesn't work this time, it's kind of like, I'll never do that again. And this is saying, okay, you guys both have to compromise and be balanced on what you want and what you're going for, and you can get it because the Ace of Pentacles is about having that opportunity to make things work in your favor. The next card you have is your immediate future. So over the next few weeks, throughout the month of April, and you have the Empress, which is beautiful. Look, these guys are staring at each other. So the Empress is about nurturing. It's about a very sensuous energy. It's Mother Nature. It's fruitful. It's creation, which is very interesting. Did you hear all those birds go when I pulled this card? I have the door open, my back patio, and I just heard all these birds sing when I pulled that card. So anyways, the Empress is one with nature. It's one, but this is one with yourself, which Virgos generally don't tend to have that, you know, meditation, be one with myself to a certain extent. Not that you can't. I'm just saying it's not generally, you know, the type of vibe that you give off for the most part. So this month you are. There is some sort of this vibe tying into this vibe. And I love that they're looking at each other, because she's kind of saying like, are you ready to do this? And he's saying, yep, I'm ready to do this. So the Empress is, again, about a creativity, a thoughtfulness, a sensuality that you're just, if you're single, you're just going to be almost magnetizing to other people. People are going to want to have contact with you because you're going to be coming across very fruitful, very inviting. So if you're single, this is a very good card, because this says that whatever energy you're putting off into the universe definitely suggests this, and then the opportunities present themselves. If you're looking to reconcile, I feel like for some of you, this may be you guys wanted kids, or you wanted babies, or you have kids, and you're not willing to give up what you had as a family in order to, you know, like divorce or separate. But this is also very nurturing in the fact that if maybe somebody wronged you, Virgo, you're going to be open arms about it. You're going to be caring about it. You're going to be like, okay, we're past all of the negativity. We're past all of this hurt. We're past all of this feeling of manipulation and deceit. And we're rolling in I miss you more than that's worth. So I'm going to spin it this way. The next card you have is anything tangible you'll be feeling or seeing. I say feeling, that technically this is what you'll be feeling, but it obviously they combine. This could be in the beginning of the month, the middle of the month, the end of the month, and you have the Fool. And I love the Fool here for you, because this and this go together. The Fool is about fearlessness. It's about folly. It's about starting over. This is the beginning of the major arcana. This is the beginning of the cycle. So this is a new opportunity to start something that eventually gets you here, and the opportunity will present itself in the next, you know, little bit here. The Fool, if you're single, this is a whole new start over. So I know a lot of you have been in kind of a slump. You haven't been feeling it. You're like, when is it my turn? And every month I always hear, you know, I had a reader once say to me, you know, I hear it every month. I'm going to meet somebody. Every month I'm going to meet somebody. But the thing you have to realize is not only is it general, but eventually you will. So for somebody that month they did, and the next month is yours. And I always look at it that way for me, because that's how it's happened for me as well, where there have been months that I have been like, hey, am I going to meet that person? Am I going to meet somebody special? And you know what? Sometimes it takes time. But the thing that I love about your read more than anything, Virgo, is that, like, for the first time in a while, you might actually believe it. You may actually believe it. You've wanted it, some of you, and some of you have wanted nothing to do with it. But this says you actually believe it. You actually believe it for yourself. You actually believe that you're good enough and that somebody will love you enough that you can have these amazing opportunities come to you sooner than later. If you're looking to reconcile, this is a new beginning, but this is a new beginning, I think, for you guys. Now, almost every sign this month has been 50-50, or it's been kind of negative on reconciliation, but yours comes through pretty clear here that there's a possibility that it could happen, because, again, these are new opportunities, new beginnings, and this is a new start of a cycle. So whatever you guys were beating to death, whether it was lies or whether it was fighting or you guys just could not get along, something along those lines, this is saying once you decide to separate what we can control and what we can't control and put your differences aside and agree to disagree, then you can have this new cycle. Then you can have this new opportunity come in. Well, there you go. So somebody is coming in, Virgo, whether you're single or looking to reconcile, because you have the Page of Wands twice. It's your theme, and this is how you're feeling. So this definitely says if you're single, somebody's coming in, they're going to spark your interest, you're going to spark theirs. I really feel like some of you might even meet this person really organically. Like, you're not even online dating, and all of a sudden you bump into somebody at the gym, at the grocery store, so maybe you're going to a concert, whatever it is. Maybe you're going to a game or whatever, but here it is. Somebody's coming in, and they're going to be somebody that you just can't get off of your mind. Now, with these three cards, I would think it would be an Aquarius or a water sign, which is Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio. I don't know why that took me a second. And then you have air. I don't know why I just said that. You have fire, which is Aries, Sagittarius, or Leo. I'm tongue-tied. I mean, you could have air, but air is kind of who it looks like you escaped from. Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius almost looks like who you escaped from here, although you do have an Aquarius here. So again, could be an Aquarius, a fire sign, or water sign that you want this with, or that's going to spark your attention. If you're looking to reconcile, again, this is communication. This is some sort of confidence and you guys having a communication or, you know, at least opening up to the possibility of sitting down and having some sort of conversation. So I love that you got the Page of Wands twice in this read, because that solidifies somebody coming in, and it solidifies somebody coming in, and it solidifies some sort of communication if you're looking to reconcile. Apologize about the nails. I'll figure it out before the next read. All right, so this is how you're feeling, your hopes and fears to the outcome of the month. So this is how you're feeling at the end of April, and you have the Page of Swords. So you have a lot of pages here too, which are not high up, like authoritative, like kings, but they're also not like, you know, newbies to anything love related either. So the Page of Swords is somebody who is coming in and wanting to know the truth, wanting to seek clarity. Somebody who's listening and learning and seeking. So if you're single, this definitely says there's somebody that's going to spark your interest, and you're going to want to get more information on them. You're going to want to really invest your time in this person. Now, I hate to say it, but it could be somebody from your past coming back, and not reconciliation for those wanting to know about reconciliation. This is somebody maybe you've thought about, maybe you've, you know, occasionally pops into your mind, and you've decided now, hey, now's a good time. Why not? Let's reach out to them. Change seasons, change of attitude, change of everything. You may reach out to them. They may reach out to you, because this is definitely seeking something out as well. It could just be seeking out a partner, but for some of you, I do feel like you may, I don't know, maybe you find out that this person is no longer seeing anybody, or maybe you just want to say hi, how are you doing, and some sort of spark happens. It's either that, or it's going to be something organic that's brand new. Now, if you're looking to reconcile, this is wanting to know the truth, wanting honesty, but make sure this doesn't become this type of situation where you're pointing fingers, where there's a lot of negative energy here. Again, I can't help feeling like it's an air sign, like a Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius, because in the spots and the cards that are a little heavier or not so light and fluffy tend to be these air sign cards. So if you're looking to reconcile, you may be dealing with an air sign, but this is you needing to get clarity on a few things before you can have this. Almost like, hey, we've got to make sure we're on the same page. See what I did there? Pages. I try not to be corny, but I can't help it. Sometimes it just happens. All right. The last card you have is your outcome, and I'm going to go ahead and start shuffling for your clarifiers. You have the outcome, which is the Knight of Cups. The Knight of Cups is a beautiful card. This is somebody who, I don't want that noise to interrupt, sorry. The Knight of Cups, for your outcome, I actually like, because this is somebody who is learning and seeking, kind of like your Page of Swords here, but in a different, it's almost like enjoying it with a heart feeling. So if you're single, this is like getting to know the person, or if it is somebody that, you know, you haven't talked to in a long time and you spark something, this is more like now enjoying them, because this is the romantic part coming in. This is the fanciful. This is the whimsy. This is the dreaming. So this Knight of Cups, if you're single, you may need clarity because you're Virgo and you're dutiful and you check things out and you dot your T's and you cross your T's. You cross your T's and you dot your I's, and you make sure things are on the up and up before you start. You don't believe in this necessarily as easily as, say, a water sign would. Not that you don't think it's possible for you, but you don't come out of the gate unrealistic. And this is saying, okay, you've done your work to figure out who this is, to figure out why you feel this way, and now you're enjoying it. Now you feel the romance. Now you feel the whimsy. Now you feel that there could be some sort of magic here. So I like that a lot for you. If you're looking to reconcile, it's very similar, because you've had to cut through all this, you know, Page of Swords muck of, you know, I need the truth and we need to talk about things and we got to get to the nitty gritty. But now you're saying, okay, let's turn the romance on a little bit. Let's see if there really is a spark here. Let's see if there really is some sort of, you know, rekindling of the love, which is what I may name your read, by the way, is Rekindling of the Love. Because, I mean, yeah, because you never know. Because you never know. That, I mean, it could be rekindling for both. Sorry, that just struck me by surprise, because that came out and there was another card underneath it that was upright, which doesn't generally happen, which you have the Two of Wands. And I'm not going to use that, but that's a very fire sign card, which you have these Page of Wands, which is fire sign. Anyways, it just, for some reason, the Two of Wands popped out, which is, by the way, growth, teamwork, making things happen, basically being on fire. But let's get your clarifiers going and then we'll be done here. So again, Knight of Cups, I think for both, whether you're looking to reconcile or whether you're single, is allowing these type of romantic feelings to happen with somebody who definitely is coming in to spark your curiosity or rekindle. The Six of Swords is your clarifier for your outcome of the month. And the Six of Swords is, I like that because it's before the 7. So that tells me that you are not going to let that 7 of Swords energy from the past destroy what good is coming towards you, what good you have in store. This is travel. This is retreat. So very interesting. You could be, if you're single, you may be going to, maybe you're going home or something. Maybe you're traveling somewhere and you're going to meet this person that you used to know, or you're going to see this person, or maybe you just meet somebody, you go on a little road trip and you meet somebody and it turns out they live in the same area you do. But the Six of Swords is saying there's a lot of possibilities here. Anything that doesn't feel good, you'll kind of abandon, and anything that feels really good, you'll hold on to. But you could be taking a trip somewhere. You could be meeting, and maybe you guys, you know, meet and decide, hey, let's take a nice little road trip, and then a romance blossoms. But there's some sort of movement here. Maybe you're moving to a different location. Maybe you know, it's something very strange here as far as this moving, because I feel like it's going to be almost, I know it's weird, it's almost going to be like magical, because you have this Magician here, and you have the start of the Major Arcana, and then the Magician is the next card into it. So there's some big movement towards something pretty amazing. If you're single, like, you may move towards this faster than you ever thought possible. If you're looking to reconcile, I feel like you might be moving in together. Maybe somebody is pregnant, or you may be wanting that family type scenario. You could be moving in together, or you could be retreating together, taking a vacation somewhere, needing to bond again, or needing to just get away and have your own time together. Now, your clarification for the Ace of Pentacles, the Magician, I love, because this is an ace. It's the starting of your cycle, starting of the Earth sign cycle of cards. And then you have the Magician, which is the starting of something as well. It's number 1. And the Magician is somebody who can manifest whatever they want. I mean, this person can turn, you know, water into wine, or wine into water, whichever you prefer. And the Magician is about controlling what you can, but being versatile where you need to be versatile. But this is about connections. So this person coming in, this opportunity that you had here, this spark that then leads to this new beginning, ties very well into the Magician, because this is a connection on a much deeper level. This is connection in allowing something new to manifest and happen. And you're more than ever, Virgo, this month, letting somebody else take the wheel, whether it's the universe or God or whoever you believe in. You know that there's something bigger at play here for you. Now, if you're single, again, this is somebody coming in. If you're looking to reconcile, this is a new beginning. This is controlling what you can and letting go of what you can't, right? And so it's not having that negative energy. Now, you may need to get the truth out on some stuff here, and that's okay. But as long as you do it honestly and you're just looking for answers, you're not trying to throw anybody under the bus, it's kind of like the air clears here, and the possibility of having these things together, and, you know, sooner than later, is very real. So Virgo, probably the best read you guys have had in a while. I hope you enjoy, and I will see you next month. Bye.